Hi, this is Reflections again, and I'm Nancy Joy. Lately, I have been reading excerpts from David Icke's book, Get Off Your Knees, Humanity, The Lion Sleeps No More. And, for those of you who are familiar with Icke's work, it can be kind of troubling, but in his last 3 or 4 books, he really steps in to explain the bigger picture and how the healing is occurring. And one of the things I loved that he said in the latest book, I don't know if it even is the latest book, but he said, try ceasing to identify who you are with your body, with your name, with the face in the mirror. It's time to try observing your life from the point of view of infinite consciousness, eternal consciousness, which you are and always will be. Okay, so those are awakened ones, which you all are, or you wouldn't be listening to this right now or tuning in with me. We know that. We know we're infinite consciousness. We know we're so much more than this body, and I'm so much more than Nancy Joy Heffron. And yet, knowing it isn't enough. We have to embrace it, embody it, become it, and feel it. It's just a mental exercise to know this is true and to believe it's true. That's a mental exercise. What isn't a mental exercise is to feel it in every cell in your body, to vibrate it, to emotionally associate with it as much as possible. And that's very powerful. I love how he brings us back to saying, you're more than your body. He says, he points out to me, I am not Nancy Joy Heffron. That is one little aspect of me that I have decided to put on this costume of Nancy Joy Heffron and live out this set of circumstances determined by my soul, my cellular memory, my DNA, my astrology, as part of an experience of a much more expanded being. As we all know now from physics, the things that we touch and see and feel are actually space. They're not actually even solid. So therefore, it really takes a lot of the pressure off, but only if you get this emotionally. And I don't know about you guys, but and I've talked to others too, for the past 3 years or so, I've just felt this tremendous, beautiful wave. And there are times when I look at things going on in the world that it knocks me off my surfboard and into being tumbled around a bit. But I always manage to come back to it. And it's just this incredibly wonderful feeling, this excitement. It's hard to even put words to it. And I am more and more in that place and less in the matrix, being tumbled and tossed by my old mind patterns and my old perceptions. And, as you're listening to this, if you're saying, oh, I know, me too, you don't have it. If you could sit back and go, yes, I feel it, I'm in it, then you do have it. It's nothing to know. It's something to experience. That reminds me a little bit about what my good friend Julie talks about, the Shakti and Sheba energy coming together. It's just so incredibly unexplainable. But it is the wave that we're shifting into. It's like we talked about last week. It's that nutritive substance where our imaginal cells are creating a new reality out of the stuff of the old reality. So if you can think of and really start to embrace that you agreed to play the lead role in a play you wrote, and to do it, you had to put on a particular costume and take on that personality, in my case of Nancy Joy Heffron, and enter the play, which is a suspense-filled, sometimes loving, sometimes exciting, sometimes emotional, gripping, suspenseful movie. And really embrace it, embody it, while knowing all the time you're not really in that movie. You're an actor. But like any good actor will tell you, they have to almost become that person to play the role. But they always know that they're playing a role. And so I wanted to bring this to you as a way that might help you better relate to that person that isn't David Icke or Nancy Joy Heffron or Barack Obama or Ron Paul or anybody. So today, I think it's really important also to remember the more you can do this as an emotional healer, I can tell you this, when you get in this space, all that old baggage falls off. All the old hurt and pain that we've spent so long clearing and healing, it's not there. It's not there at all because it's all a result of a persona we put on and not our true infinite awareness, our true conscious selves. So I invite you this Monday morning into that, I call the ninth wave, into that wave of incredible infinite consciousness that fills your very being. And when you find yourself back in the mind prison, back in the matrix, draw the wave back into you. Feel it. Don't know it. Don't say it. Feel it and believe it and be it. And in that way, what reason do you have to be afraid of anything? What reason do you have to be storing food because the play might be over someday? Well, it is going to be over someday, and you know that, and you knew it all along. Be afraid of your neighbor who's doing whatever. Why? It's so silly. What does it matter? It's a drama. It's a play you're playing out like two kids in a sandbox. And really, that is such a good feeling that I wanted to share it. I know you know it, but I want you to embrace it, feel it, be it, have fun with it, and dance with it this week. And allow it to lift you out of that mind prison. So have a great week. The Dolphin trip to Bimini is in full swing. We have 7 people already. It's posted. I hope you'll look into it. It's going to be fantastic. Have a great week. It's full moon on the 8th, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.